Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Blue's Clues Find the Clues game is a odd game to say the least. You have these clues that will come out, and the kids kind of have to deduce what is going to be on the picture. And it's really hard, especially for a 4-year-old. And once you play the few games, you kind of know what you're looking for. But the first few times you play it, which is probably where you're going to end with something like this, I don't know if it's going to draw you back in. I think this game works more as a cooperative game than it does a competitive game, although there are no cooperative rules. This is a competitive game. But I think it's a little tricky for the little ones, especially 4 years old. I think they're going to really struggle with this. Maybe not, but that deduction probably isn't quite there yet. And you get some clues to what you're looking at, but I think it's going to be a little hard for them because you might have 2 items. You got to figure out what those 2 items are referring to. It's going to be a little bit of a trigger for the little one. So very kind of a difficult game. I don't even know if this would be that interesting if it was harder for adults. I don't find the game very compelling, to be honest. It's got the blue clues on it, which my kids like, but I don't know that it's going to have any kind of real lasting appeal for them. To me, this one is, it's okay. I can see they're trying to do something. They're trying to bring the IP in. They're trying to bring in the Blue's Clues universe, and I think it works fine. Not the strongest of endeavors for children. It just fell flat and didn't work that well, and for that reason, it's going to be a purge. Here's Blue Clues and Use. Find the Clues game. Play begins here. You can flip this over. You can see it's for a 3+ player. This is a cheaper box. It's from Spin Master Games. You just kind of have everything kind of stuck in there, and you just dump it all out. You're going to get a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. You're going to get a little board here with different items on it. You can see it's kind of themed for Blue's Clues. You get a really neat little Blue's Clues miniature that will go right here, and you'll have these little chips that you'll be utilizing. These are like translucent. You can see through, but I don't know if you can see it on the video, but they have like a Blue's Clues paw on it. You're going to get a number of these. These are pretty nice cardboard of the different settings that the kids will be able to see. And behind these doors, you can kind of look at the settings of the pictures. Then you get these pictures here. These are kind of on the cheap side, to be honest, but you can kind of see what's involved, and you're going to have the different colors that you'll be utilizing. Here are the swirl tiles. These will be placed on these board, and they're sufficient for what you need for this game. Everybody will get a nice little player board. It's exactly the same. Pretty nice cardboard in here, but it shows you the pictures of the rooms. Here's the rule book. It's kind of an odd game. So nothing on the back. You just kind of open this up, and you go through the setup and the rules here. I was a little unclear after first reading exactly how to play this game, and then I realized there's a little bit of induction in the game, which I thought was a little much for a 3-year-old. It says 3+. I don't know. I find it's a little bit tricky to play. I think your kids will definitely need adults to play through this, and the parents might need to figure the game out a little bit from the rules. They were just mediocre at best. So to set the game, you're going to shuffle these into 4 decks, put the 4 house cards up. Each one of these will cover up an answer. Blue will go in the center. Everybody will get 1 house and 3 Blue's Clues tokens, and you're ready to go. The first thing you're going to do on a turn is you're going to flip over one of these clue tiles. This is going to give you the first clue. Each one is going to be a different room in the house. Then whatever room card you turn over, you're going to turn over a color of handy dandy notebook card. In this case, you have bubbles. We have bathroom and bubbles. Then you're going to look here on your board, on your player board, and find out where you can find a bathtub and bubbles. So the bathtub, bubbles, maybe that's where it would be at, and you would look in that area. Then you can look at the board here, and you can try to figure out, well, here's bubbles and the bowl. So there's the bowl, there's a bubble. You can see that. So there's a car. What would that be? That might be to clean the car. So, is it bath time? Is that what you're looking for? No. Is it a car wash? Yes. And then if you're correct, you'll be able to keep this for your point that you'll need later on in the game to win. Then you flip this back over. This card will come out. It's already been utilized. Maybe pick a different house card. Then you turn over that house card. Red. You have the letter. Here you have like the little piece of paper down here. So you're going to look at your spot down here. You're going to have the red letter in that spot. We have this, and that will tell you what you're looking for, the letter and the red spot. So you go down here on the board, letter red spot, mailbox. That was the clue that we were missing. What could possibly be underneath this with paper? You got the mailbox. It's a letter to send out. Look at that. So that's kind of what you would do in this game. Now, I think it was really hard for a 3-year-old to be able to deduce that all together and put it together, but that's kind of what you're doing here. Whoever's able to collect the most of these spirals, once all of them have been chosen, is the winner of the game. Who should buy this game? Blue's Clues fans, but kids that are a little bit older. I think, which is kind of it doesn't really work, right? Because usually kids younger are going to like Blue's Clues, and I think this game is too hard for them. If you're going to play this, I think you're going to end up playing it with the kids. Even though there's a competitive thing going on, I think it's going to work better cooperatively to kind of reach out and use that deductive reasoning. It is what it is. Not for us. It's going to be a Purge.